Hi there, YouTube. Today is January 4th, 2015. It's about 46 degrees, pretty windy out, and I'm starting off on what I'm calling Hobo Hike 2015. So why I call it Hobo Hike 2015 is I'm actually hiking the railroad tracks from where I live now to the town where I grew up. And the best I can figure, it's going to be about 14 miles. So a couple challenges. It is awful windy. The wind is at my back, which is going to be a big plus instead of the wind being in my face. And the temperature being 46 degrees now, by the time I end this hike, may be in the 20s. So that's what the forecast is calling for. But should be fun. This is something that I've had in the back of my mind to do for a long time, and I'm going to give it a shot. So the wind may make it a little difficult to film this, but we're going to give it a shot. I brought my Super Cat stove that I made, and I made a homemade windscreen, which I'll definitely need today, and as windy as it is, we'll see how well that works. If not, you know, I ate a big breakfast, so I should be okay if I'm not able to get that stove lit. So we'll see how it goes. Like I'm coming up to my first crossroad here. The wind is gusting pretty good, which is probably why the temperatures are going to drop. There's probably a front rolling through, but I can see the water tower, the first town that I'm going to cross up ahead, and I think that's my best measurements from when I was planning this trip was about 3.1 miles to the start of the first town. But so far it's going pretty well. The wind's pretty bad. I think I might break out my shamag to cover the back of my neck just to protect it from the wind. But thank goodness the wind's at my back, because this would be probably pretty miserable hiking with this wind in my face. Sorry for the wind, but wind noise. I'm sure it's pretty nasty. But here I am, the first town, and it's funny because a little bit feel like I'm approaching Terminus. Over here to the left looks like some sort of a big factory. Any of the Walking Dead fans will understand what I'm talking about. But what this actually is a brick plant where they make bricks, which is basically the only industry in this little town I'm approaching. I've never actually seen, I knew the plant was back here, but I've never actually seen the plant, and it looks pretty cool. So there's the water tower for the town, and this goes over there. I'll come over for another shot of this. Looks like maybe they recycle. They've got big stacks of piles of old brick. Maybe they recycle the old bricks to make the stacks of new bricks back there. Pretty cool. Learn all kinds of things, I guess. You can see where the looks like the railroad tracks split off up here, where they can pull cars in, maybe pick up bricks. There's looks like a loading dock over here where they can load the bricks onto the train cars. Pretty cool stuff. Alright, this is the first town. I think you see the square over there. This is a tiny little town. You can see the wind, flags up there blowing. Looks like some sort of a train bridge up ahead. This little looks like a historical marker over here. I might walk over and check it out. Oh, yeah. Boyhood home of Warren G. Harding. Pretty cool. There's the town hall, it says right there. Pretty cool. Alright, I'm gonna get back on the tracks. Looks like there used to be 2 tracks here. One of the bridges is abandoned. Pretty cool. I'm not sure what waterway this is, but looks like there's some grapes to walk on over here, which I'll take advantage of. There's a highway over there. Abandoned bridge over there. Pretty cool. Old train bridge. And you got the abandoned one over there. Pretty awesome. I don't know if you can see the bend in this tracks here from the video, but I recall studying the map last night, and I believe this is about the 6-mile marker. It was about 5.9 miles to this bend in the tracks, because the tracks have been extremely straight to this point. And it also looks like at this point my nice abandoned railway over there is coming to an end. It looks like it's all grown up over there now, so looks like I'm back to marching on the rail ties. So 6 miles in. It's taken me about 2 hours to make it this far, and I do remember this point when studying the map last night. So not hungry for lunch yet. I'm just going to keep on marching. Maybe when I get tired a little bit, it'll be a good time to sit and eat something, maybe make a little coffee. Okay, so coming up to another little town here. That's a General Mills plant along the railroad tracks here, and I believe that this, from studying my map, is the town of Martel. So that should be putting me about 7 3/4 miles along my trek here, and I think they make biscuits there. So I'm pretty sure that's what this General Mills plant does. I think it used to be a Pillsbury plant when they were bought out by General Mills. So pretty cool seeing the industry along the railroad line here. Okay, so I'm almost to the 9-mile mark, and I'm getting pretty hungry. The temperature has dropped considerably since I've started my trek, so I think, if you can see up here, looks like this might be a good spot to make lunch, because there's trees on both sides of this path I'm on up here, which may shelter me some from the wind. And after hiking 9 miles straight, I'm ready for a break. I'm starting to get a little hungry, so I'm gonna stop up here if I can find a good spot and try and make lunch. So that looks like as good a spot as any. So. Okay, I've stopped. I'm gonna make some lunch here with my cook kit, alcohol stove. I'm making some beef stroganoff and a cup of coffee. I'm hoping that with this gnarly wind that my stove will stay lit, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, got my water on the boil on the alcohol stove for my meal, and then I'll dump that in my meal and let that, I think you have to let that sit for so many minutes, 10 to 12 minutes it says. So then while that's boiling, I'll boil some water for making a cup of coffee. And it sounds like actually my first train will be passing. I can hear the siren sounding, so my homemade windscreen seems to be working pretty well, and I'm gonna let this boil, hopefully soon. Okay, my Water's about ready to boil, I think, for my food. See my alcohol stove there. There's another train coming. I thought I might try to get some footage of it passing here if I can get over there. Okay, so I've got my meal with the boiling water in there, rehydrating, and now I just added some more alcohol to the stove. Now I'm going to heat up some water for coffee. Let that get hot. Don't need to boil this time, I just want it to get hot. So okay, so I've been eating my food here, and just want to check this is my coffee water. You can see some bubbles starting to form down on the bottom there. It's probably getting hot enough to where I can mix my coffee, and I'd like to get back on the road because honestly I'm starting to freeze just sitting here. So I'd like to get back on the road here, and I'm going to start cleaning up. Okay, so cleaned up my mess, packed up my trash from lunch. Now I'm heading back on the road. Still drinking my coffee, which is very warm, and the temperatures dropped drastically. And I've actually got my beanie and my gloves out of my backpack, and put on the extra layer that I brought with me. So now that I'm up and moving, I should get warm. This coffee is definitely helping. So back on the road again. I'm estimating another 3 to 4 miles. So actually, I'm sorry, 4 to 5 miles. So glad to be up and moving again. It's pretty cool farmland. Still riding along the abandoned line for easier walking purposes, And the first 9 miles of my trek before lunch, didn't see a single train. And while I was sitting there making lunch, the probably had about 3 or 4 trains go by one after another. It's pretty cool. All at once like that is pretty cool. Just surrounded by farm fields out here. Not much else around. Looks like some sort of train signal. So actually had to shed the gloves and beanie because I think just as I'm walking, either the wind's dying down or my body temperature is just increasing because of the walking. But I started to sweat, so I had to get rid of the gloves and the beanie. So it's pretty comfortable out here, even though the temperature has dropped. I think the wind's died down, which has helped me some too. And I can hear another train coming. Okay, so I think I'm about, this is where the tracks up here split off into 2 different sections, which according to my studying the map means I am about 11.8 miles into my trek. It also means I'm getting close to my destination, so unfortunately I think it's also going to mean the end of my nice abandoned railroad path here, which has kind of saved my feet for a considerable portion of this trip. So looks like it's back to marching on the tracks. Okay, so I'm about 12.25 miles into my journey here, and my legs are really starting to feel fatigued, but I am getting close. Shouldn't have but a mile or maybe a mile or 2 left. But you can see there's a piece of land here between the 2 tracks, and it's a little bit soupy from all the rain we've had recently, but I'm trying to take advantage of any spots where I cannot be actually walking on the tracks to save my feet, because it is pretty brutal walking on those rocks. So getting tired, but I do believe I'm getting close to where my destination is. So. This is really kind of cool here. That over there is a reservoir, and I'm not going to get too close to it. There must be slid on some rocks earlier when I was investigating one of those culverts, so I'm not even going to think about getting close to that ledge right there, because that fall would no doubt kill you. So I'll watch it from afar. Pretty cool. Okay, so this intersection up here is my hometown, and according to my GPS, I've hiked 13.81 miles, and I'm whooped. I'm actually ready to sit down. It's been a lot of fun. I'm proud of myself for setting out to do this and accomplishing it. I'm going to finish the hike to my mom's house and then take my boots off and relax for a little bit. Thanks for watching. If you like my videos, please like and subscribe. And thanks for watching.